Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Around the League's podcast for people excited that the NHL season is back. Mr. Holding it down, you see me, the big green, the GOAT is in town. Keanan also has shots. Parrish, what's going on?
Not much, just ready for some Saturday football, maybe some Saturday basketball. Already watched some college hoops this morning, so ready to get this show on the road and just try to get to 4:30.
Yes, sir. If you guys haven't noticed, it's January 16th, 2021. We haven't done a Saturday podcast in a long, long time, folks, so this is a once-in-a-while deal. We got NFL playoff football today. We got to talk a little bit about the James Harden trade. We're going to talk college football for Monday night. But first off, NHL Hockey is back. And if you haven't noticed, now you know. We said weeks ago that the New York Rangers were going to finish this season 55-0-1. Said they were going to mail it in on the last game of the season. Hope you didn't catch that ticket a little too early because they haven't scored a goal yet this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's early. They're just teasing them. They're letting everybody think they suck again. Oh, man, the Rangers suck. They ain't going to do nothing. And then, bam, in like a week or two, they're going to start railing dudes. So,
yeah. Well, I tell you, man, they've certainly got the lineup to do it between Artemi Panarin and Mika Zibanejad and Alexis Lafreniere. Man, that team is stacked. I mean, I don't see they have to be a playoff team this year. They have to be a playoff team coming out of the East.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been saying, dude.
I mean, technically you said they were going to go undefeated and then just choose not to at the end of the year. Hasn't worked out that way yet, but don't worry. My Leafs, opening night, they were down 4-2 to the Canadiens, the team that was the 12 seed in last year's playoffs, and then they scored two to get it to overtime. Morgan Riley, overtime winner. That's all we do in Toronto. All we do is selly. The tour stopped in Ottawa last night, where I said before the game, hopefully we don't have to need to score 5 to win. Turns out we needed to score 6. Just absolutely terrible defense. Up 2-1 midway through the second, and then they give up 3 goals back-to-back in under 7 minutes. I'm like, what the heck? So the Leafs 1-1 on the season, you know? No. The Leafs are winning the North this year. Let's not get it twisted. The Leafs are winning the North.
All right, if you say so, dude.
Now, the one thing that I like about the North, all those games are divisional games, so you can't get the right. Like any other division, like you have these games, it's like, all right, you might lose this game, but like your opponent might lose, so you might get those points back. In the North, every game's division, you can't get those points back if you lose, so all the points matter. All the Northern games have been super intense so far. Canucks and Oilers, their back-to-back series of games, super intense. Leafs, Ottawa, Leafs and Canadiens was super intense as well. I think the Flames played. I want to say the Flames played the Jets, which ended up being a good game. I tell you, it has been exciting so far to watch. It's not a fun season in NHL hockey.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. So, no, go ahead.
I haven't been able to watch much hockey, which I'll get into that here in a minute. But I mean, obviously, it's going to be a year full of puck drops and snipies. So
yeah, let's go.
That's my analysis. ESPN should be calling me any time about hockey coverage. I know it's.
Well, and you know what? We can talk about that real quick. Opening night for any other sport, it's on like the big channels: Fox, NBC, ESPN, TNT. It doesn't matter. Opening night hockey, NBC Sports. You'll wonder why nobody likes the sport. Maybe broadcast it and market it a little bit better.
I mean, you put an F-tier sport on an F-tier channel. That's just kind of how it works.
Whoa, easy, Jack. Yeah, this isn't Fox Sports 3. This is NBC Sports, okay?
Sorry, you're putting an F-tier sport on a C- broadcast.
Okay.
When it gets to the playoffs, they put it where it's supposed to be. That's all that matters.
What? It was on NBC Sports in the playoffs, too.
Some of them are on NBC.
I mean, some of them, I guess. Hell, the Toronto game wasn't. It was on TSN. Unless you live in the north, you don't get TSN. I don't have TSN. You have TSN? No one has TSN. You have Sportsnet? No.
It's the
You have
cost
to
of.
be in Alberta to get just trash.
I would much rather watch the Sixers and the Hawks over some bullshit hockey game, to be honest.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
You don't watch
100%.
enough hockey. You don't watch enough hockey.
I watch plenty.
No, you don't. You don't wheel around the ice near enough, man.
I don't need to.
Trash. Anyway, before I get a little depressing spaghetti on this topic, let's move on. NBA. We don't have much to talk about here. Games have been garbage. There hasn't been much to talk about. The Knicks have been terrible. Pacers been all right. Until
Pacers have been all right.
Yeah.
Pacers are 8-4. They're top of the
Average.
Shut the fuck up, because you know what? The Raptors are going to win it all. The Raptors are so good. The Raptors are going to be back in the top three.
Easy. No.
They're dog shit.
Easy. I'm not saying the Raptors are winning the world title. I did not say that.
They're going to be a top team in the East.
There's a big difference between top 4 and winning the world title. Okay,
hey, I'm just saying.
The Utah Jazz might be a top 4 team. They aren't coming anywhere close to the world championship.
The Raptors aren't coming anywhere close to a fucking playoff spot. And they expanded the bench to 20 teams.
Okay, that's true. The Raptors are bad. I think the Knicks are better than the Toronto Raptors right now, which is a little sad.
The Raptors are 3-8, 13th in the Eastern Conference.
Where are the Knicks? They're like
5
something.
They're 11th in the conference.
Hey, competing for a playoff spot, baby. Let's go Knicks.
I mean, good God. It's just sad, to be honest.
Now, I will say, if you guys checked out our NBA preview show about 1 month ago with Rhett, I did make a bold prediction in saying Pascal Siakam would finish top 3 in the MVP voting. I will go ahead and say on camera, that is wrong. That will not happen. That is fiction. I could not have had a colder take.
Yeah, it's not looking good. One guy that we didn't talk about, we talked about Jason Tatum being an option, or being a guy that could win it. Jaylen Brown has been arguably the best player for Boston so far this year, so it'd be interesting to see if those two guys finish in the top 10 of voting.
Well, he just got injured, didn't he? He's going to miss a little time, ain't he?
I have no idea.
I want to say he just had a procedure, maybe?
I don't know.
I want to say he did.
I know they had a big COVID issue.
Maybe that was it. I thought he was going to miss a little time.
A lot of guys missed time, and then I don't know.
Speaking of Jaylen Brown, though, I got to bring this up. Let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of what we want to talk about here. The James Harden trade. 4-team trade sends James Harden out of Houston into Brooklyn one day after he said that Houston flat out isn't going to win the title anytime soon. Houston get Victor Oladipo, 4 first-round picks, 4 first-round pick swaps, and I think they got a couple other. Indiana gets Karis LeVert out of Brooklyn. Big upgrade for him there. We'll talk about that here in a second. Brooklyn obviously gets James Harden, and then Cleveland gets they get Jared Allen and another role player. I think that might be right. But go ahead and talk about the big pieces of this trade. We can kind of leave Cleveland out. Let's talk about the 3 teams here. Brooklyn, I think they probably got better. I mean, it's going to take a while for that team to gel, but you have 3 bona fide superstars on that team. When they're all on their A game, they're probably 3 of the top 15 players in the NBA. that team, as scary as they were before, they gave up a lot of their bench depth in order to go get James Harden. They have to win this year. I mean, in order for this move to look good, they need to win this year.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because, like, they gave up Allen and LeVert and Krugs and, they don't have a future. They've got to win now. We don't even know if Kyrie's going to play again this year. He's kind of off the grid. He said he's coming back, but now he's got to sit out for however long because of COVID protocols. He's got to pass all these tests, which I don't know what he's up to. I mean, it doesn't affect me if he's doing his own thing. Good for him. Obviously lots more than just basketball. He's just kind of not been there for like a couple weeks now. And obviously with Durant's injury history, Harden's getting, 40 pounds heavier heading into the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn's got a bunch of superstars, and they probably, on paper, they're the favorite to come out of the East. There is no guarantee they all come anywhere close to playing the full 72 games, which they've already not done.
Yeah. And honestly, it kind of reminds me, remember years ago when they traded for Paul Pierce and literally gave up their whole future to get those two pieces? It kind of feels similar, Because if it doesn't work out, they do not, like you just mentioned, they do not have a future. It is right now. They're
paying those three guys all just max money, and they just signed Joe Harris this offseason to like $17 million a year. They've got no room. They can't really go much more over the luxury line, I would assume.
Yeah.
They don't have any depth. I mean, ESPN put out a graphic of this Nets team is scary. The fifth person on the graphic was Jeff Green. I'm sorry, but Jeff Green being your fifth best player does not make you a contender. It's scary.
Yeah.
And I just don't see them.
And keep in mind,
if they're healthy, they're going to win it. But if they're not, they're screwed.
They probably had the best depth in the league. Their bench was fantastic. When you had Karis LeVert coming in off the bench, a guy who in the bubble was scoring 23 or whatever it was a night. They had options, and they gave it all up for James Harden. If this doesn't work out, it's going to be looked at as one of the biggest blunders.
Yeah. And, there's people that are like, oh, they didn't give up hardly anything to get a superstar. They gave up essentially 8 first-round picks.
Yep.
And
because
Karis
keep in mind,
who's...
In 5 years, if Kyrie retires or leaves town, if KD decides he wants to go elsewhere, James Harden's out in 3 or 4 years. In 5 years, they might be one of the worst teams in the league and will still be giving their first rounders to Houston. This is...
they have first-round picks going all the way through 2029 at this point.
Yeah.
That they're not that they don't have. And there's no way those guys are going to play for another 8 years. So there's no way that they can reasonably expect to let that work in the future. And the thing with Jarrett Allen's a very good center, very good shot blocker and post player. Maybe not great offensively, but he's what you want in a center. He's your rim protector. He's your defensive fiend. You gave him away. Karis LeVert was averaging, I believe it was 31 points a game this year.
Yeah.
When Kyrie was out, and he was averaging 28 in games that he started, and he's averaging 22 total. And this is a guy who's a sixth man since he's been in the league, but that's just because that's where he's best fit. He's been able to kind of play as that second unit ball handler. Now he's going to Indiana, which we'll get to here in a minute. Brooklyn's got they've got Dinwiddie, I guess, still coming off their bench. But other than that, there's nobody to back up. There's no reserve minutes. You're going to be asking these dudes to be playing 39, 40 minutes a game and get them to already take all these days off and they sit back to backs and stuff like that. I just don't see. I think it'll work. I just don't see how it might work long term. And obviously they gave up their entire future.
Yeah. And also keep in mind this. I don't know exactly above the luxury tax than they are now, but they're not having paying fans come into the building. So literally, some of the burden that would be relieved by ticket sales, all that's gone away, and all that money's coming out of the owner's pocket. The owner, I think it's still that Russian guy or whatever that owns the Nets. If they don't win the title like this year or next year, you almost have to blow that whole team up just because of how expensive it is.
Yeah, and I mean it's a good point because I don't see any real any reality in which in 4 years the Nets are still top of the East and have the money to get better. So this is definitely you want to win this year or maybe next year, and then that's it. Because there's very reasonable rumblings going around that Kyrie Irving just might retire before this season even ends. He could just call it quits and he'd just be fine with his life how it is. I mean, he's already made a bunch of money. He's focusing. I know a lot of the discussion about Kyrie is that he kind of is off the beaten path and he kind of does his own thing, but he does a lot of stuff in his community. He donates. He helps students. I know he just gave away a bunch of scholarships, I believe, to high school kids in his area. He does a lot of good stuff for wherever he's been. But then the main story is that he's disappearing, and we don't know why. It's just kind of interesting. But I don't know. That trade, first of all, it pissed me off because I was just trying to relax, right? And the trade comes through, and you're like, oh, well, now, this is big because, okay, if I'm writing about the Pacers, I've got to focus on, well, how does this affect the Pacers, right? Harden goes to the East. East gets a little bit tougher. Now there's another team that's definitely a bigger threat. And then 5 minutes later it comes out, Oladipo's involved in the trade. And you're like, oh, shit, what are we talking about now? And then it turns out they were getting Karis LeVert, who's getting – the trade was 3 teams to get the cap room. They used Cleveland to take on Jarrett Allen, which Cleveland walked away with a steal, by the way. They had a very good walk. They had no reason being in this trade, and they ended up walking away with – Jarrett Allen and Rodney Caruso and I believe some draft picks just because the Nets had to clear space. Shout out to Cleveland. They did something right. But then they also got a center, which is the only thing they do have. Andre Drummond just put up 33 and 23 last night. Don't know why they needed another defensive center, but anyway. They come out. Houston gets involved. Obviously, because they traded Harden, dumbass. So they get Karis LeVert. Well, they don't want Karis LeVert because they want to kind of win now, but also kind of set themselves up for the future. They flop LeVert back to Indiana. They get Oladipo back. Houston's got a very good team on paper with Wall, Oladipo, and DeMarcus Cousins. Same thing with Brooklyn, though. Can they stay healthy? Those guys have all had very severe injury history over the last 2 or 3 years. You don't really want to put all your eggs in that basket, but they've also got all this stability just in case it doesn't work out. They've got draft picks. They've got guys they can move. They can let Victor Oladipo walk in free agency after this year because they know that if they don't want to pay him the $8 million that Oladipo's asking for, they can just use that money somewhere else. They've got Christian Wood who's balling out right now. But then on the Indiana side, they got basically an Oladipo upgrade on offense with a slight downgrade defensively for, I believe it was $3 to $4 million cheaper per year, and he's locked in until 2023, just as the Pacers have with Sabonis, Malcolm Brogdon, and Miles Turner all locked in until that year. They also have TJ Warren through next year and Jeremy Lamb through next year. So they've got a short-term base bill in Indiana, and I really like the LeVert addition to that offense. He can kind of serve as the Oladipo role, and he's average his numbers on per 36 minutes, whatever you want to look at. All of them are better than Oladipo. He shoots better, he takes better shots. I think he assists a little bit higher than Oladipo was. Rebounds pretty well for a guard. He's got the length to make up on defensively. Indiana got better. Either both right now and in the future. They also got a second-round pick out of it. You can't be mad about it.
It's true.
And I think Indiana has a chance to run into the Eastern Conference playoffs as a top 4 seed. I mean, they're the 4 seed right now. They can easily stay in the top 4. They can make noise. They can take somebody to 7 games. They could win a first or second-round series. They just have to stay healthy. That's been their big thing. Dude, they can't stay healthy for shit right now. They have I think they have Lamb, T.J. Warren out. They don't have Levert on roster yet, and T.J. McConnell was out for like a week because he just had a child. So they're still 8-4 without basically half of their rotation playing. I mean, Sabonis is playing well. They got to do something right, I guess. And Miles Turner, listen, he gets a lot of hate. This dude's balling. He's Defensive Player of the Year by a mile right now. Like, it's not even close. He's already got 50 blocks, the fastest ever to 50 blocks or something like that in the season, averaging 4.5 a game. I don't think anybody else in the league is over 30 right now, and he's at 50. He's a machine. But, yeah, Pacers in the East. Book it. Bitch-ass Raptors.
Yeah, so obviously I think we just hit all the teams there. So what? What'd you say?
I said bitch-ass Raptors.
Yeah, that's true. My bad. The connection poor. What can I say? It do be a little cloudy out here in the streets. So, but no, I don't know. We kind of hit all the teams there involved in the trade. I think all the teams got better. James Harden, kind of cheat for how he left Houston, kind of literally burying all of his teammates on the way out, telling them all to, basically get wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and DeMarcus Cousins came out with some shots back. John Wall had some shots back. Very ugly ending, and that's another thing that I wanted to point out with Oladipo. I was like, yeah, he wanted out of Indiana. It seemed like he did not make it an issue once the season started. Everybody's like, well, he's just doing his job. Yeah, that's not wrong, but if you look at how Paul George handled his situations, if you look at how James Harden just handled it at the exact same time, they're much different than Oladipo. Oladipo just he put it aside and played basketball for the first 2.5 weeks of the season, and then he got traded, and then it was the end of it. Harden made this very difficult for Houston, and then, Houston got out of it pretty solid, but ugly scene in Houston, but what are you going to do,
Absolutely. NBA, it's going to be fun. Knicks are still bad. The Raptors still bad. It's not been fun watching NBA basketball this year. Kind of moving on, let's recap Monday night national championship game, Alabama, Ohio State. Before we get into the game, how did you watch the game?
On my fucking TV.
Well, did you watch it with your brother, your dad? How'd you watch it?
No, I just watched it. Yeah, I just watched it alone.
So, one thing I was wanting to ask you, what's your go-to snacks if you're watching big games? Like, if you're watching the Super Bowl, or if you're watching the Natty, or, what's your go-to snacks? You do pizza rolls? You do chips and dip?
Dude, I sell out for pizza rolls on Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, I know you eat the hell out of them, so I didn't know if
I don't know
that's your go-to
Sunday.
What's your go-to snacks? What's your go-to finger foods?
Every big game, I'm gonna have chicken wings, most likely.
Bone-in or boneless?
Depends on the mood.
Feel you.
I can do either.
You go buffalo or barbecue?
Barbecue. Buffalo's disgusting.
A little aggressive there, but okay.
But chicken wings are a staple. Sometimes I'll have pizza. If it's my choice, if you just said you can pick whatever you want, I'm going chicken wings. I'm going chips and queso.
Ooh, okay.
Probably doing pretzel bites.
Ooh, okay.
And man, what else would I want? Pizza is always a good one. Probably. I'd say throw a pizza in there too.
Yeah, just cheese pizza, hard to beat, man. Hard to beat on a football Sunday.
It depends. So if I'm going DiGiorno, I'm going pepperoni stuffed crust. Duh. If I'm ordering a pizza, it's going to be pepperoni bacon from Domino's thin crust.
Okay.
Or if I'm going Papa John's.
Domino's over Papa?
If I go Papa John's, I'll go just pepperoni. I don't like their bacon. But Domino's pepperoni bacon is good. We also have a place in town that's pretty good, so.
So, Papa John's is very consistent. You know what you're getting every time. Domino's, I feel like it fluctuates. The good pizza from Domino's, really good. But some pies from Domino's, Holy
Well, yeah.
cow.
Not to throw anybody under the bus, but the Domino's in Crawfordsville's horse shit.
Yeah, not throwing anybody under the bus here.
They gotta figure out what they're doing. Dude, their pizza's gross, bro. They put like 9 pounds of sauce on it.
Not naming any names.
Store whatever.
Not naming any names or locations here. Domino's in Crawfordsville. You need to get your stuff together.
It honestly almost ruined Domino for me. But you know, I persevered. I went back to the tried and true Shelbyville one. It's fine. Gets the job done. We have a pizza king around here that's like, dude, it's solid. They have a stuffed breadstick pizza. Dude.
Pizza King is elite, man.
Bro, listen to
These
this.
cats are sleeping on Pizza King.
I want to go back to Arnie's, to be honest, but it's basically the same thing. They have a stuffed breadstick pizza, right? It's pepperoni and sausage pizza with the crumbled sausage. I don't like regular sausage on pizza. That's disgusting. Crumbled sausage, dude. Okay, but instead of pizza sauce, they put nacho cheese on it. Bro, shit. Fucks. It's so...
Whoa!
It's so good. I would eat that shit every day. But yeah, dude, I mean, Super Bowl Sunday, I gotta start preparing, because I'm usually the one that has to make the food for that, because I'm the only one that gives a shit, apparently. Dude, I go ham. What's your food go-to?
So, man, it differs, man. Like, I love nachos. Like, if I just go nachos with cheese, I'm a happy dude. I like doing like the little cheese squares, little cheese cubes. I like rocking with that. Cheese and crackers. I like doing that. I occasionally on football Sunday, I'll do like bagel bites or something if I'm like in between quarters or something like that. But no, I agree with you. Like my go-to, obviously pizza. We don't have any wing places within like 30 miles of where I'm at. So usually don't get any wings. But I'm not as big of a Buffalo hater as you are. I do rock with some Buffalo, but I gotta have the good ranch. I gotta have some good ranch to go with. I can't eat Buffalo straight, man.
Bro, ranch is so foul, dude. Listen, you don't dip shit in ranch and blue cheese. That's disgusting. God. Bro, it's so gross.
Dude, hold on. You're telling me you don't take your drumstick and just dip it into that cup? And come on now.
Dude, I want to throw up. That is so nasty. I don't want to pound the ranch. Oh my god. Just get ranch flavored wings. That's so... You should be in prison.
Hold on. So which one do you hate more? Do you hate blue cheese or ranch more?
I don't know, because I don't fucking eat it. I'm not going to eat them. So I don't know which one. Blue cheese, listen, blue cheese is disgusting. So I'm probably... I used to eat ranches. You want to dip it in ketchup too?
No, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Gross, dude.
That's disgusting. Hold on. So you don't dip like your pizza crust in ranch and stuff?
No. I give my pizza crust to my dog. Fuck would I dip it in ranch?
Well, some people dip their pizza in ranch. I didn't know if
put the pork chops in fucking applesauce. Doesn't mean it's right. It's fucking nasty.
It hurts.
Dude, that's so...
But if I'm going pizza, my go-to pizza, like I said, ever since I graduated college, like I've become a big just straight cheese pizza kind of guy. Like you got a 6-cheese pizza, that's your boy's pizza right there. If I gotta get toppings,
dude, just get a cheesy bread. It's like
no
price.
Yeah, but you get half the cheese and half the food. I mean,
dude,
it's simple.
It's a 12-inch cheesy bread.
Maybe.
12-inch cheesy bread and a 14-inch cheese pizza are the same goddamn thing. Just no crust. You can get this 6-cheese Tuscan cheese blend cheesy bread from Papa John's. Shit's good. It's also like
it is good. I like to go. I like to go to the 6 cheese with double cheese, and then
that's 12
like in the
cheeses.
Hold on. This is what I like to do. If I'm going from Papa John's, I like getting the Tuscan 6 cheese double cheese, and then like in the drop down options, I like to put the 3 cheese blend on it, double that as well, and then I like to click the extra cheese button. So I like, it's hard to beat a good cheese pizza. Hard to beat it. If I'm going toppings, usually it's because I have other people in the room who also want to eat pizza. So I surveyed a room, and first of all, if they say any veggie, they leave. They leave the premises. They are no longer invited back.
You put olives or anchovies on your pizza, you can get at.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. Actually, I will say there's one other pizza. Our friend Jared used to get this pizza from Arnie's in Crawfordsville. It was a green pepper and onion pizza. That was all they would get. Him and his significant other, and he used to swear it was the best. And I tell you, I could not stomach it. I could not stomach the thought of eating just a straight green pepper and onion. JC, if you're watching this, man, I'll have to have you on sometime and we can talk about that. I guarantee you have never eaten that pizza since we left. Disgusting. All right, so, but no, if I'm going toppings, like I like going like pepperoni, sausage, 6 cheese. Like doing I'm not a big just straight pepperoni guy. If I'm going pepperoni, I gotta throw some sausage on it too. We have a pizza place down here that I used to work for. It used to called Sandy's. They got the crumble sausage. I like doing that. They're all meats isn't super great, so I try to stay away from that. So I'll usually go like you do some strong meat on it, some pepperoni. If I'm feeling a little frisky, I'll sprinkle the bacon on it. But I don't know. I like to keep it simple, and then I like to have a cup of ranch. Or if it's Papa John's, I like doing the garlic sauce. Obviously,
yeah.
I mean the garlic sauce is kind of top one. If I'm doing Domino's, I'm probably doing ranch if I'm doing Domino's, and then if I'm doing any local pie, it's ranch as well.
I'm about to cancel this fucking podcast. So, dude, it's so nasty. I don't understand people who dip their pizza in marinara sauce. Just get extra sauce. Oh!
So, I agree with you there. Like, I'm not dipping the pie part in marinara, but the crust I'll dip in marinara. If I have marinara, I'm not ordering extra marinara to dip my crust. Like, if I have extra from my breadsticks or whatever, then I'll dip my crust in it. But I'm not ordering extra marinara.
Dude, you know what's good to dip your crust in? The fucking trash can. So, it was so off topic.
National Championship game Monday night. Alabama, Ohio. Alabama, we said this last week. We said that there was more ways for Alabama to win this game than Ohio State. I predicted 42-30. You said it'd be somewhere. I gave Ohio State too much credit, and I did not give Alabama enough. Alabama came out firing on all cylinders, and to Ohio State's credit, they kept pace for like the first lap of that 400, or I guess it'd be the 4-lap race. I don't know, the mile, whatever you run in track as an 8th grader. They were keeping pace for the first 20 minutes, and then after that, Alabama put their foot on the gas.
It takes you 20 minutes to run a mile? Yeah, I mean, Bama...
17:30, my 8th grade year. Let's get it.
Yikes. Mine was like 7.5 minutes.
Of course, I did that because my gym teacher. Hey, my gym teacher upset that day. I was trying to waste her time. I'm not proud of it. I can run a mile faster than 17 minutes. I'm not going to, but I can.
I'm sure you could. Bama. Okay, listen. Best team in the country. It's not close. Also, Ole Miss put up more points than Notre Dame and Bama combined against, or Notre Dame and Ohio State against Bama combined.
Yep.
I lost to Ole Miss. Hey, I'm just saying. Ole Miss.
Hey.
Lane Kiffin knows what he's doing. But no, like, I love Jalen Waddle. He should not have been playing. That dude went out there for like 6 snaps and he limped off in sheer pain every single time. You're like, dude, all right. Let's not get carried away. Let's not risk your entire future because you. I mean, I understand why you wanted to play. I like the difference between playing in a bowl game versus playing in a national championship are much different. But also, he wasn't 100%, and Bama was rolling regardless. Devontae Smith. I mean, good luck, right? Mac
Is
Jones.
that the greatest? Is that the greatest first half of receiving college football you ever seen? I mean, that's got to be up there.
Given context, not even close. Yeah.
I mean, the guy just pieced, 30'd that defense by himself. I mean, by halftime, he had, 200 and something yards?
Yeah, he had.
I mean,
I think it was like, shit, I don't know how many catches it was. I think it was 12 catches, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns in the first half.
just
He cooked them.
absolutely. I mean, on high pressure. I mean, it was nasty, dude.
And Sean Wade's out here saying, "Oh, I want Devontae Smith. I'm gonna lock him down, bro." He ran you out the goddamn building in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, and Mac Jones, like, I was trying to get off some takes throughout the night, just as they kind of came along. Mac Jones is a really good quarterback for a team who is already really good, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, as a prospect, you see a guy like Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, they elevate their team. Mac Jones keeps your team, he keeps your floor high, but he doesn't make your ceiling any higher. And that's why
he's a good game manager.
He's a
good game manager.
Late first-round guy because he's going to go to a team that can win. If he goes to the Saints or the Colts, that's a Super Bowl team right away.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I just don't think you can put him on a team like Washington because I don't think he's enough given their receiving core. He can't go somewhere like Chicago that's not really all that close. But he's just
doesn't turn the ball over that often. I mean, he did have the turnover in the second quarter. The fumble that got recovered that ended up the Ohio State touchdown. But other than that, the guy played a very crisp game, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Guy threw for 400-something yards. I mean, if it wasn't for Devontae Smith having maybe the greatest receiving season of all time, he probably wins the Heisman. So, I mean, yeah, shouts out to Alabama. Shouts out to Devontae Smith, Nick Saban. Nick Saban wins his 7th title. We said this last week. Has any coach ever done this better?
No, I don't think so. I mean, even though Saban's a complete scumbag, I mean, yeah, he's a pretty good coach.
Guy knows how to coach college football. And they're not getting any worse anytime soon, folks. They just had the number 1 recruiting class in the nation. They're going to have...
In history. It was a top recruiting class of all time.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have, 36 5-star recruits. If you're tired of Alabama winning titles or being in the college, just buckle in. It's going to get worse. They're not going anywhere.
I believe it's something like if you go to Alabama and you stay for 4 years, you're guaranteed at least 1 national championship. That's what it's come down to. Every single recruit that's been there and stayed there for 4 years has won. And I mean, obviously those guys stay 4.
And it's if you're top 2, you don't even have to be the best player at your position. If you're just top 2 at your position, you're likely a first-round draft pick. So, yeah. I mean,
Bama's going to have 2 more first-round receivers this year, probably going to have 2 more next year, and they had 2 last year. Yeah. And they're going to have back-to-back first-round quarterbacks. It's absurd how good they are.
Yeah, and I mean, keep in mind, that doesn't include Najee Harris, who might be a late first-round running back. Doesn't include Derrick Henry, who's been just a powerhouse at running back. Doesn't include who's Todd Gurley. He was Alabama running back.
He was Georgia. They had Trent Richardson, but he kind of sucked. Mark Ingram. Yeah. I mean, they had Julio Jones, Calvin
Ridley.
Yeah. Amari Cooper. I mean, Bama's had just elite talent since, I can remember. My dad, I asked him the other day, I was like, when was the last time Bama wasn't just elite? He was they've been good my entire life. I'm like, that's what I was worried about, and they're not slowing down. No. And it's weird because you look at how does a program the top 3 teams in the country this year were in South Carolina, Alabama, and Ohio. Those are
Yeah.
not meccas of athleticism. I mean, you would think it'd be a school in Florida, a school in Texas, a school in California, maybe a school in like Pennsylvania. I know that's like a pretty big hotbed of high school athletes, but like USC sucks, Texas sucks, UCLA sucks. Florida's okay. They kind of always compete. Florida State blows. Miami has been good since like the early 2000s. And then you got these programs that aren't in good spots. LSU is in a
Yeah.
hotbed.
Have you
And
ever been to
LSU's good.
Tuscaloosa?
Don't
Have you ever
imagine
been?
it's just crawling with talent. Like, dude, they are recruiting their dicks off, and it's probably not all that legal.
And also keep in mind this. Not only does like they have like the greatest playing talent like ever, the coaching talent. They turn over so many coaches every year. Lane Kiffin, oh, he was at OC for a year. He goes to Ole Miss. Steve Sarkisian, all right, he's going to Texas. Who do they bring in at OC? Bill O'Brien, former top 5 head coach at Penn State, former NFL head coach. Yeah, we'll just bring him in for a year. We'll recharge
And
him a little
he'll
bit, revamp his
flip.
brand.
He'll end up back at probably a Power 5 school as the head coach, get there for a couple of years, and go right back to the NFL. Like, dude, they pump out coaching staffs. It's absurd.
Yeah.
And like Saban went from what LSU went to the Dolphins, sucked in Miami, went to Bama, beat the shit out of LSU when he got back. Like, dude, Bama is just like unreal, and you don't see that anywhere else. Texas, yeah, they flip their coaching staffs too, not because they want to. They suck. They fire a head coach every 3 years, and the question's like, how long Sarkisian gonna last at Texas? Probably like
remember,
2.5 years.
Yeah, I was about to say, you remember like when Charlie Strong was killing it at Louisville with Teddy Bridgewater and just, I mean, there was a real talk of them potentially making the college football playoff, and then he goes down to Texas. They didn't have like a 7-win season under Charlie Strong. I mean, they just went out there and lost every big game.
I think Charlie Strong left Texas, went to like South Florida, and then I don't know where he's at anymore. Yeah. And like Tom Herman, not good.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Herman had Houston on the brink of a college football playoff down in Houston. He gets the job at Texas, doesn't get anywhere close to the college football playoff.
Texas could beat like Kansas State by 8 in like week 1, and everybody's like, dude, Texas is back. No, dude, they're gonna lose like 3 games a year.
Yeah.
And then piss away the playoffs.
I was about to say, call me back when they beat Oklahoma convincingly and beat Oklahoma State convincingly, beat Missouri, you know?
Like, that's the thing is, like, the Big 12, Big 12 gets a bad rep. It's not great. But it's also not, like, complete dog shit. But, like, Texas can't run away with it, and there's only one competitor. Oklahoma is the only team that's always a threat. Iowa State's in and out. They're not good. Oklahoma State, yeah, whatever. They've been decent for like a decade. Not good. They've been decent. Dude, Texas would get washed in the SEC. They'd get smacked in the Big 12. They're just not a good team. Or not in the Big 12. The fucking, whatever that one is. ACC. They're just not a good program. And, like, Sarkisian said he's going to bring in Bama's offensive line coach, I believe, to be one of his assistants. If Texas can start getting offensive line recruits like they used to, yeah, they'll be all right. They got to get a quarterback. They got to get wide receivers. They've got to get a defense. Dude, Texas used to be an elite defense. Every year, just dominant. They were
used to.
Yeah, they've just not been good since Colt McCoy left, which is sad. If that was your savior, Sam Ehlinger sucks. But yeah, it's going to be a long road for them. I don't see like next year's playoff. Just looking ahead, like I'm assuming it's going to be Bama with Bryce Young, shocker, 5-star quarterback. Ohio State, depending on who their quarterback is, whoever wins that battle, it's down to like they're like.
Well, I was gonna say, I'll It's gonna be Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and you can't tell me it's not.
I'm trying to think. Okay, Ohio State's got 3 5-stars competing for the quarterback job. That could be big because we don't know who's going to be the guy heading into the season. Other than that, they're going to be all right. Clemson, oh, damn, they lost Trevor Lawrence. They got DJ Uiagalelei. I guess he'll be all right. Yeah, they're probably in. I mean, the number 4 spot, it's going to come down. I mean, Oklahoma's got Rattlers, so they're going to walk into the season as the 4. Georgia, maybe. Florida, maybe. Other than that, nobody jumps out on paper.
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably get Miami and Notre Dame being overranked per usual, but then the first time they play a big game against Clemson or Notre Dame, I don't know if could beat USC, to be honest with you.
I will say Notre Dame did make a good move. They got Cincinnati's defensive coordinator to come on and be their DC, so that's going to be huge for them, which does scare me a little bit, but hey, it's Notre Dame. They'll find a way to screw it over. Oregon.
I guess Notre Dame does deserve a little credit. They only gave up 34 to Alabama. We need to give them a little bit of credit for that, you know.
Yeah, Alabama was also up like 31-3 at halftime and took their foot off the gas, but
well, yeah. You're right.
But yeah, next year's college football should be a little bit more exciting. This year was definitely like hectic. You don't know who's playing when, what time, where at. Pac-12 is scheduling games 48 hours in advance, just for everybody in the conferences suck. But yeah, college football, good season, wrapped it up. Ohio State got pretty far considering they shouldn't have gotten to the Big Ten Championship. And yeah, they're rolling, so next year should be full of a lot of young quarterbacks. And, hey, North Carolina is going to be my sleeper. They don't have their running back, but they did get a transfer, I believe.
Hey,
North Carolina is going to be a threat. Keep an eye on them. But, yeah, that leads us into real football. Football that matters. Last week, playoff games went pretty much according to plan, except for the Rams just went into not CenturyLink or whatever that bullshit stadium's called now. I don't know why they changed the name. Threw me off.
Yeah.
Right? But they go into Seattle. Wolford gets knocked out in the first 7 plays of the game.
Yep.
Jared Goff comes in there with a half a thumb. Doesn't throw it well, but hey, guess what? He had a half a thumb. Can't really expect him to do much. They ran it right down Seattle's throat. And they ended up, honestly, they kicked their ass. DK Metcalf was still in a fix. He wasn't getting the ball. They threw him a screen pass to make him happy, and it got pick 6, jumped it, ran it to the house. Oh, just hilarious turn of events for them. That ball game was over pretty quick.
Yep.
Bears, Javon Wims, listen, buddy. You can't punch Chauncey Gardner in the nose with a fucking helmet on and then meet him again in the playoffs and drop a wide-open touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Dude, burnt the dude, perfect play call, little reverse action. Trubisky throws it on the trick play, wide open in the end zone. It just doesn't even touch you. Come on.
Yeah.
Trash. Saints, honestly, not that impressive either.
I hate that game was the Nickelodeon game because the Nickelodeon broadcast was actually kind of cool, the way that they set that up for the kids. And then the kids had to watch the worst game of the weekend.
Yeah, dude, it was horseshit. It sucked. Listen, I don't want to sit here and watch Drew Brees check it down all day.
Yep.
And then watch Mitch Trubisky suck balls and win a trophy for it. Okay? And then Trubisky comes out of the game like, oh, we got to make some changes in the organization. Yeah, buddy, you're gone. That's the decision. That's the change, doofy. So, dude, they sucked. And then, the officiating, I don't want to, harp on it, because I don't really, listen, I hate the Saints. I also don't love the Bears, right? The 15-yard penalty on Cole Kmet for tossing the ball to the ref after the play, and they called unsportsmanlike conduct. And then Anthony Miller pushes Chauncey Gardner and gets ejected for it. Listen, was it a penalty? Yeah. It was a push. They threw him out for throwing a punch, and it wasn't even close to a punch. The Saints they made up for every bad call that you want to claim the Saints have gotten in the playoffs. You want to claim Kyle Rudolph pushed off. You're wrong, but whatever. They made up for it, okay? The Rams penalty, yeah, but that's hilarious, okay? That wasn't a penalty in my books. It was so funny that they didn't call it. Don't feel confident in the Saints at all this week. I think Tom Brady gets ahead of them. I think Brady's like, shit, Breeze beat me twice this year. Don't give a shit. Beats the hell out of him.
Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's do a little bit more recap before. Well, actually, you know what? No, let's get into it. All right, later today, first game of the weekend. We have Rams Packers.
Yeah.
Rams Packers at 3:30 Central. Packers. I think they're like 7-point favorites. Packers should just run away with this one, right?
I'm taking the Rams.
You're taking to cover or to win outright?
To win. I think they pull it off. I don't feel confident.
Are you high right now?
I'm taking the Rams.
High?
Dude, I think Jalen Ramsey's going to be enough of a pest on Devontae Adams. Darius, honestly,
this is a gimmick, right? This is a gimmick.
I forgot to do that. I think it's Darius Williams. He's the Rams' number 2 corner. Stud. He's going to make life difficult for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I think the Rams pull it off. I think they win a close one. Their special teams is going to be the difference. I'm telling you right now.
Is this a gimmick or is this legitimate?
No. Packers 19-5 all time at home in the playoffs. 19-6, boy.
Are you being for real right now?
Yeah, I'm being for goddamn real. Jared Goff's gonna pick him. Cam Akers 250. Nah, Cam Akers gonna get like 112 yards, but it's gonna be enough.
No.
Wait, is Cooper healthy?
I don't think it matters. I think
Cooper, yeah, it matters. Trust me. Have you seen the Packers' defense? It's not what I would call good, okay? They got beat by the Vikings, bro.
Vikings, give me the Packers 28-17 today. That's my prediction.
Rams 24-21.
I respect it. I wholeheartedly disagree, but I respect it. Later tonight, probably the best game of the weekend. Buffalo Bills hosting the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens came out last week. I said the Titans were going to win. The Ravens promptly proved me wrong on that 55 touchdown rush by Jackson. How do you got that one going?
Ravens. Oh, they're going to be playing in the snow maybe? Guess what? Josh Allen, he can probably throw in the snow. He did it at Wyoming. Don't care. Marlon Humphrey, Stephon Diggs, matchup to watch. Listen, I know, okay? The Bills think they can stop Lamar Jackson on the ground. And if you go back to last year and watch that tape from last year's game, hey, they can't, okay? And J.K. Dobbins is going to do the same thing. The Bills' the thing to watch is that the Ravens blitz a lot, and Josh Allen's really good against the blitz. I think the Ravens blitz the most in the league. Josh Allen has the highest completion percentage against the blitz. That's where Buffalo's going to have to take advantage. But Baltimore can run the ball, obviously. They held Derrick Henry to 40 yards. If you think for a goddamn second Zach Moss and Devin Singletary are going to be difference makers, you're out of your mind. That means it's going to be it's all going to come down to, can Josh Allen find Stephon Diggs and John Brown against Marcus Peters, Jimmy Smith, and Marlon Humphrey with a pretty good safety duo behind them? My answer is probably not consistently enough to get them to win. Now, can Lamar Jackson run the ball and keep it down, shoving it down their throat? Yeah, he's done it all his entire career. He's done it since he was in high school. And aside from that really bad interception he threw last week, he threw the ball pretty well last week, all right? Give me the Ravens in a low-scoring, like 17-13 ball game.
No, I respectfully disagree on this as well. I got the Bills winning this one going away. I got this one. I think the Bills make a real big statement tonight. I think tonight could be their coming out party. I got Buffalo somewhere in the ballpark of 31-14.
Whoa! After they just barely beat the Colts. Oh. I'm just saying, Lamar Jackson's going to cause a lot more problems than Phillip Rivers, dude. Get out of here, goddamn. I think it's very plausible Buffalo. No. But to call it a blowout?
Yeah. If they stop Lamar Jackson, if they can contain Lamar in the snow tonight, it's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah, no shit. And if the Ravens can stop Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, it's over. That's how it works. If you take away their best player, you're going to fucking win. That's my point. I don't think they can stop Lamar Jackson.
I think they can, and I think they will.
Shove it up their ass for 4 quarters.
I think you're going to be pretty surprised. I think you're going to be surprised tonight. Speaking of another team that was surprising last week. Say what? What are you saying? What's the peanut gallery saying over there?
I'm not going to be surprised if Buffalo wins. I just don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I guess stranger things have happened. But speaking of stranger things that did happen, last Sunday night, the Cleveland Browns went into Pittsburgh and laid the smack down on the candy ass of the Pittsburgh Steelers. First quarter, 28-0. That thing wrapped up pretty early. Cleveland on the road this week against the Kansas City Football Chiefs, the defending world champions. How do you see that one going?
Chiefs.
Oh, you're telling me you don't have the Browns winning outright? What?
What is it, 10 points?
Yeah.
Chiefs by, Chiefs 34-24. 34-20, 34-24.
So you have them pushing. Pushing the line.
Yeah. Apparently.
I think I think that Kansas City wins this game, but Cleveland covers. Kansas City hasn't covered in like 2.5 months. They haven't won a game by more than one score in 10 weeks. They're like all their starters are coming off a 2 weeks rest. I think they're going to come out a little rusty. Cleveland, if they can run the ball and limit the amount of possessions Kansas City has, it's going to be difficult for Kansas City to cover. I think this comes down to the final possession in the fourth quarter. I think that Kansas City gets a late pick to seal this game. I got Kansas City winning this game 29-26.
Okay. I think, this could be Cleveland's, year of destiny because the way that Pittsburgh game played out, they got so lucky so early. That it's could they come out here and just beat the shit out of the Chiefs? Yeah, maybe. They could probably run it down their throats if they wanted to. But the Chiefs are just too good. I don't think they're going to let it happen. Andy Reid knows what he's doing. Mahomes obviously is good. That's my hot take, is Mahomes is good. Give me the Chiefs. That game might not be like a
keep in mind, though. Keep in mind, no NFL team has defended a world title since 2003 when the Patriots did it. I think Kansas City's got a good shot this year. They've been the best team the entire season. They've been the only team that's really been legitimately good for the better half of the entire year. I think there's only 2 good teams left in the playoffs. That's Kansas City and Buffalo. I think they end up playing next Sunday night. It's going to be a fun one. Moving on, tomorrow night, as you just mentioned, you made your pick before we got into our picks. The 2 old quarterbacks, 42-43, Drew Brees and Tom Brady. It's very hard to beat the same team 3 times in 1 year. We saw the last time these two teams played, New Orleans blew the doors off of them on Sunday night, 38-3. I'm going to go against traditional wisdom. Traditional wisdom in this situation says Tampa Bay wins just because how difficult it is to beat the same team 3 times in 1 year. Give me the Saints in a close game. I think it's going to be much closer than their October matchup. Or I guess was it October or November? I'm not sure. Give me the Saints probably 27-21.
I think it's going to be low scoring. I think both defenses are the factor here. But the Tampa Bay offense has been very hot lately. Leonard Fournette, I don't know if he's ever playing or not. Sometimes he is, sometimes he's not. Ronald Jones, kind of the same story. Mike Evans, elite. Put him in the Hall of Fame. First receiver ever to have 1,000 yards in 7 straight seasons to start his career. Chris Godwin dropped the ball 4 times last week. Most he's ever. I think he's only dropped like 4 passes all year. Dropped 4 in 1 game. Don't know if he's got I think they said he had like a finger injury. We'll see how that plays out. But I think their offense is just too much to handle. I think Tampa Bay is going to be enough. I think they're going to win it. Let's say 26-23.
I respect that score. I respect it. It's gonna be a lot of fun this weekend.
Yeah, I think tonight's game, the late game tonight, Buffalo and Baltimore is going to be the game of the weekend. I think if I had to rank them in terms of which one do you want to watch, which one do you want to kind of go do errands if you have to, it's going to be best game is going to be the Ravens-Bills, and then we're going to go Chiefs-Browns, Bucs-Saints, Rams-Packers.
That was my exact 4. Today, if you need to go to the store, whatever you need to do to get prepared for the rest of the night, do it during that Rams-Packers game. Take you a shower, go get you some smokes, go get you some pizza, cheese with extra cheese, some wings and ranch. Go get you whatever you need for that night game. That Rams-Packers game is going to be ball and shoe ugly.
Yeah, especially with like how they're going to just piss off Rodgers and Aaron Donald's going to kind of be the MVP, and it's going to be a blowout for the Rams. I think it's going to be one of those ones you just don't want to watch. So,
man, your hot takes there, wild, dude.
You just got to go out on a limb sometimes, dude.
I mean, I guess, but boy, you a little bit more brave than I am.
I'd rather put money on the Rams being the Packers and Pascal Siakam.
Hold on. That was a bold prediction for the NBA. The NFL's totally different. I'm a little wiser now than what I was 1 month ago. Okay, I've grown up, as the kids say. You're over there dogging on Ranch. What's going on over there?
Yeah, I don't know. Ranch is nasty?
You are throwing stones from your glass building over there, buddy.
Yeah, and guess what? Ranch isn't in my glass building, so roasted. Bro, why in the world would you... Oh, my God. You don't eat fucking ranch, bro.
Do you eat any condiments?
Barbecue sauce.
Is that it? Is that your only condiment?
I think so. Don't eat hot sauce. Don't eat buffalo sauce. Don't eat ranch, blue cheese, ketchup. Mustard's disgusting. Honey mustard. I mean, it's barbecue sauce. Maybe I'll put some teriyaki's not really a condiment.
No, not really. So if you're going to you don't have a Chick-fil-A in Shelby County. If you're going to a sandwich spot, you're not getting anything to dip your sandwich in?
No, I mean, usually the sandwich is good enough to where I don't need anything, so I'm not a bozo.
You put mayonnaise on your sandwich?
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Why would you put mayonnaise on it? Dude, that's disgusting. Fucking sicko. I bet you like your chicken sandwiches with pickles on them, you nasty bitch.
No, I hate pickles, man. I hate pickles. Come on now. But if I go to Chick-fil-A, I get the spicy chicken sandwich, no pickles, add pepper jack cheese, and then I get the garlic. Take your Chick-fil-A sauce and throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
Give me the garlic herb ranch, and then I dip the Sando in the ranch, bite, Sando ranch, bite, Sando ranch, bite. That's how it goes, you know?
I mean, if I'm gonna I'll dip like a burger in barbecue, and I do it the same way. I dip at each bite, but like Southwestern ranch,
hey, that's fire.
Ranch, no,
that's fire. No,
nope.
We are not gonna. We do not slander the good name of Southwest Ranch.
Slandered it. Don't care.
No.
Don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen,
care.
Please note that Luke's opinions do not reflect his of his co-host or of the podcast in general. Southwest Ranch is elite, top one. It's amazing.
You don't put steak sauce on a good steak. You don't put condiments on any goddamn good food, okay?
Hold on.
Okay.
No. Southwest Ranch is an elevator, okay? That takes your food from a B- to an A, okay?
No, it takes your food from a D- to an F. If you need ranch of any kind to elevate your food, that food must suck, dude. It must be potato salad. Shit's nasty. What do you dip your fries in?
It depends on where I'm getting the fries at.
Okay, take your favorite fry and then what are you dipping it in?
Okay.
Make this real easy for you. God. I'm a fucking giant.
Well, hold on. The answer varies. So if I'm at like Zaxby's, I dip it in the Zax sauce. If I'm at Freddy's, I dip it in the jalapeno fry sauce. If I'm at Chick-fil-A, I get another garlic. I never get fries from Chick-fil-A, by the way. I never do. The only time I ever get fries from Chick-fil-A is if someone else buys them for me. I do not like the Chick-fil-A fries. But I get them if someone else buys them for me.
You finally said something smart about food, goddammit.
Well, I don't like the Chick-fil-A fries, but I respect someone else if they take the time out and think of me enough to get me the fries. I will eat it. But I do not willingly pay for it myself. If I got the Chick-fil-A fries, garlic herb ranch. If I'm doing McDonald's, it's usually the tangy barbecue that I dip my nuggies into. Rallies or Checkers, you probably don't even know what that is. You probably know Rallies or Checkers in your life.
Listen, we have a Rallies here, and you can get it 2 for $5, and you can get a spicy chicken sandwich and a Mr. Pibb. My life is made.
So wait, hold on. You're 2 for $5, and you get 1 spicy chicken and 1 Mr. Pibb?
Yeah. It might be a 2 for $3, to be honest.
So
I think
hold
it's
on.
I get 2 of them, so it's a 4 for $6.
I was gonna say you're paying $2.50 for the sandwich and $2.50 for the drink. That's trash, bro.
At the 2 for $3, you get 2 of them, so you get 3 spicy chickens and a Pibb for $6. Steal.
That's crazy. Now, if I go to Rallies, I get the half-pound chicken bites and fries box, and then I get the mozzarella sticks on the side, and then I dip the Rallies fries, which are elite, by the way, I dip those in barbecue as well. Now, if I'm doing like any other fry, any fry here at the house, it's ranch. Any fry at the house is ranch.
Despicable. Okay, you said Zax sauce. Is it also just Thousand Island sauce with a fancy name on it?
No, it doesn't taste like Thousand Island to me. It tastes like no, Thousand Island is I don't know. This is thicker than Thousand Island, and it's a little tangier.
What's Thousand Island?
Disgusting.
Is it just mayonnaise and ketchup?
Kinda, and it's like thinner and stuff. And I'm not a big Thousand Island fan. Sauce I like.
If your favorite dipping sauce is mayo chup, fuck off. First of all, listen. Okay, I don't like fries a whole lot. I like beat-ups fries. I like McDonald's fries. I don't like McDonald's barbecue sauce, though, so that's an issue. But what I do, I just buy the beat-ups barbecue sauce, the honey barbecue. I just dip my fries in that. I just get my
Hey,
fries from wherever I'm at, and I just dip
I
it in. It's disgusting.
I get the sauce bottle. I get the Southwest Ranch sauce bottle from B-Dubs. The garlic Parmesan sauce there is also a favorite, household favorite. Wendy's, if I'm going fries from Wendy's, that's typically ketchup. Now that I think about it, I typically do ketchup with Wendy's fries.
I don't like Wendy's fries like at all.
Yeah, but if you're getting a 4 for $4, you're
And
not just throwing the fries away.
But like 4 years ago, Wendy's changed their barbecue sauce, and it hasn't been good. Sorry, hey Wendy's, fix it.
That's
Go
true.
back to the old barbecue
That's
sauce.
true.
You pissed me off.
Wendy's, we appreciate you bringing back the spicy nugs. Really do appreciate that. Change the barbecue back, please.
Dude, the Wendy's, one of the Wendy's here in town, they don't have spicy chicken anymore. They said, "Oh, we're done with spicy chicken."
Spicy chicken nuggets or like spicy chicken sandos? Really?
All of it. Yeah. I just went for lunch. And I don't have anything spicy. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to fucking Taco Bell. Huh. Well, sucks for you there, doesn't it, Janet? Pisses me off.
Taco Bell's like killed half their menu off, dude. Like everything I used to like there, they just trashed it.
Get a chili cheese burrito, dude. Shit slaps.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Oh, you probably like a fucking cheesy gordita crunch or something nasty.
No, I always used to get the shredded mini chicken quesadillas. So that was my go-to every time, and then they got rid of it.
They have it technically. It's now just called like a Chipotle chicken wrap. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, I get the chicken Chipotle melt. It's not the same. It's just not the same.
Oh, sorry, the chicken's not shredded, so it's a whole different story. Listen, for a guy with as bad of food takes as you have, you sure do spout a lot of them. So, I don't understand, like, dude,
You've never been to a Waffle House. How are we
I know!
talking about food
I
takes?
know! I've never been to Chipotle either.
Hey,
I want to go.
Don't feel bad about the Chipotle. Feel bad about Waffle House. Do not feel bad about Chipotle.
Let me guess, does Waffle House have a fire fucking house ranch?
No.
Sickos.
Hold on. If you think I'm putting ranch on waffles, you need to be put in a mental ward, dude. That is sociopathic.
We had French toast last night. It was all right. Anyway.
You put powdered sugar on the French toast?
Not this time. My grandma used to. That shit was good, dude.
That slaps. That slaps hard.
We have like cinnamon bread we just use, and it's like whatever. Dude, listen, guys, if you're listening here and you're thinking, man, I'm going to go out for lunch today, what should I get? And you choose, if they say what kind of sauce, what kind of dipping sauce for your nuggets, your nuggies, just for the sake of my sanity, don't say ranch. You can say sweet and sour. You can say buffalo if you really like buffalo. Don't ruin something good with ranch. Ranch is cold. It's nasty. It looks like blue cheese. It's just different. It's just grosser.
I'm going to take you to a restaurant in St. Louis one of these days called Twisted Ranch. It'll change your life. Everything on their menu is ranch-based.
Yeah, you can go ahead and fuck that idea right up the ass. I'm not doing that one.
It's probably the greatest restaurant I've ever been to.
Nope.
Yeah. You'll like it.
Dude, I got a ranch-based barbecue sauce one time. I thought I was going to throw up. Fucking horrible. I've dropped so many F-bombs today. Jesus. Bro, it's so bad. How do you wake up, brush your teeth, and say, man, my breath smells great. Let's go dip something in ranch. So gross.
Oh, the sweat difference.
Like blue cheese,
man.
Bro, it's just mold that you liquefy and then you dip your nuggets in it. Hey,
that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Put barbecue sauce on it, or hear me out, eat the shit plain. You're not getting bacterial infections. So nasty.
Oh,
Put ranch in your cereal too?
No.
I bet you put fucking strawberry milk in your cereal.
No.
Strawberry
Chill.
mini. Put the strawberry milk in it to make it even extra strawberry-y. Sicko.
Oh, shoot, man.
Jesus.
Oh, shoot. Well, guys, we'll be back next week. We will talk. We will recap NFL Divisional weekend. We will give more hot food takes because I know Luke's over there losing his mind. We will preview UFC 259. I want to say this upcoming or next weekend. Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar fight tonight. I think Holloway stops him late in that fight. We'll talk more NHL hockey. If NBA does anything relatively exciting, we'll talk about it. And we'll be back next week with the show bigger and better than ever. So
yeah, I've got one more food take. Kind of do like a comparison. Ranch as a condiment is the equivalent of Taysom Hill.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
No,
I'm gonna go there.
No,
I'm going there.
No,
It's done. It's done.
You didn't do that. You did not just do that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Check. Oh, wait. Yeah, I did actually. I did. Yeah, I did.
Did you just say ranch is Taysom Hill?
Yeah, overrated dog shit.
All right. You know what? We got a few more minutes to kill here on the pod. All right, we got to talk. No, Taysom Hill is bad. Might be the worst quarterback to ever play the game of football. You're not disrespecting my boy Ranch.
Bro, that's the point.
You're not disrespecting my boy Ranch like that.
No, it sucks.
Ranch is elite. Ranch is competing for MVPs year in and year out. The Ranch has so many Hart trophies, it can't even count.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you can't put my boy Ranch on the same tier as Taysom Hill, man.
Look at Ranch and tell me it's good. Just be like, oh, that looks delicious. Delectable. Yummy. My tummy's turning for some ranch right now. No, it doesn't happen.
I mean, I'm not drinking it from the bottle, but I'm adding it to the food I'm eating.
What are you eating? Dog shit? Honestly, take that back. I'd rather eat dog shit plain than put ranch on it. At least dog shit doesn't have as bad of an aftertaste.
What a show, folks. Guys, we'll be back next week. Come back for more ranch coverage. And,
yeah, dude. If you guys didn't like this one, blame him. He's the sick bastard that likes ranch, so.
Oh, goodness. We will. Oh, man. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Y'all be safe, all right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, peace out. Enjoy the game this weekend. Don't dip your shit in ranch, and we'll be back hopefully on Thursday, unless this dude doesn't pay attention to his schedule again. So.
Sounds good.